Champ spotlights are more gameplay than lore, really? Gameplay probably won't matter too much. You're right. I'm never going to play League. Not when you're watching, anyway.
Yunara's been doing her job for a long time, but centuries of standing guard in the Spirit Realm have only sharpened her resolve and her aim. In-game, Yunara is an ADC for ADCs, with a focus on core marksman skills like spacing and ult blocking. She's all about ramping up power and unleashing it at exactly the right time. So pour yourself some tea and brush up on your ancient Ionian. It's time for the Yunara Champion Spotlight.
The time has come to prune the tree.
It's Yunara.
Up first, Yunara's passive, Vow to the First Lands. Her critical strikes deal extra magic damage. And, now that's it. That's the entire passive.
Wow.
Yunara's Q is Cultivation of Spirit. She gains stacks of Unleash by attacking enemies. At max stacks, Yunara can activate Q to, you guessed it, Unleash for a few seconds. She gains attack speed, bonus damage on hit, and deals splash damage in a small area with each attack. Unleash stacks decay quickly out of combat, so Yunara wants to stay in the fray to stay at her strongest. Next, W is Arc of Judgment. Yunara sends a swirling prayer beat out, which damages and slows enemies as it travels. It slows down any time it hits a target, then lingers and expands at its terminus, continuing to damage enemies who don't get out of the way. For E, Yunara activates Kanmei's Steps, which grants her a quick burst of move speed to chase down enemies, reposition, or dodge skill shots. Now let's focus on her ultimate, Transcend One's Self. With R, Yunara taps into her full power, entering a transcendent state for several seconds that enhances all of her basic abilities for the duration. Her Q, Cultivation of Spirit, instantly activates and empowers her attacks for as long as she's transcended, which is a long duration upgrade.
Okay.
For W, Arc of Judgment becomes Arc of Ruin. Instead of a swirling prayer bead, she fires a beam of spirit magic that slows and deals high damage in a line. Finally, her E, Kanmei Steps, becomes Untouchable Shadow. She gains a short dash instead of movement speed, and the ult cast resets the cooldown. She can dive out of danger or right into the fight. When Yunara transcends oneself, her enemies don't have a prayer.
Age of Retribution!
Like many other AD carries, Yunara
Fighting Varus, lore accurate? Correct.
plays
Yes,
safe until
that's
she
right.
finds the right moment to get aggressive. She's truly powerful with a fully stacked Q. If Cultivation of Spirit is ready to activate, it might be a good time to fight. An even better time to fight? When her ult is up. Her mobility is pretty limited most of the time, so opponents want to lock her down before she goes all Super Kinku mode. Positioning is key here. All that potential power
I want her to go
nothing if she
Kinku
doesn't
mode.
live long enough to use it. Yunara is meant for you ADC purists. Her ramping power might feel familiar if you like playing Ashe or even Zeri. Basically anyone who likes decimating enemies with a relentless barrage of autos. Find out what more than 200 years of Spirit Realm experience looks like with Yunara, the Unbroken Faith.
Her
These motherfuckers, dude.
perseverance, patience, providence.
Nice. 200 years! That's awesome. New spot A Yunara? They have her attacks alternate nicely. That's good. Different run speeds. That's nice. Back. They're massaging her. She just sticks a thumb up. That's great, dude. That's nice. I want to listen to these special interactions.
I see.
Yunara voice special interactions.
I see. You must be maidenless. Master...
What the fuck? What the fuck, bro?
Master Kennen, surely this isn't how you intend to greet an old friend. What has become of the Kinku? Why does
she
the
knows
heart of the
Kennen?
Tempest now stand still?
So she doesn't know about the downfall of the Kinku Order?
I will seal you away once more.
To a Darkin? Right? Okay. So that's maybe, yeah, because she fought against the Darkin with the help of her Darkin thing.
Spilling.
I mean, as we could tell, Rost and Varys, which is pretty cool. Seemingly after like the Darkin War or during or whatever, Rost and Cain fled to Ionia and then like disguised themselves as Conmay there, which is fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Your repugnant blood feeds my sea of retribution, fallen one.
Fallen one. Spilling your repugnant blood to Darkin feeds my sea of retribution.
There will be no mercy, no absolution. Not for you.
She has a lot of lines against Darkin, which makes sense, because the War of the False Conmay and all that stuff.
Karma, I knew you in a past life. I had hoped we could see eye to eye in this one.
I knew you in a past life. So before she went in the spirit realm. That's a while ago, isn't it? I don't know the timeline for these events, so I have a hard time grasping it, but I don't know how old is Karma. Is Karma pretty old? She's the spirit of Ionia. The girl under Karma's name is Dara. Oh, so, okay. So Yunara is talking to actual Karma. So much older than Dara is what you're saying.
You must be from the Temple of Koyan. Thrilling to see such a place still stands.
Okay.
Adapting art and ritual for war. Incredible to see which traditions prevail. To serve no one is to let your self-importance master you, Akali. It breaks my heart to see what the people of the First Lands did to you.
And Syndra is the one that gets, like, imprisoned, right? In, like, a dreaming pool in a fucking... Yeah, she's the one that's, like, sleeping in the water or whatever. Yeah. That's fucked.
Perhaps your wayward protege was right to call you a spineless coward.
Your wayward protege. Who is Shen's protege? I don't know anything about Shen or Zed or Hui yet, or Jin. Akali? Oh, right, that's why he's with her in that cinematic. Your wayward protege.
You must be from Wuju.
7 lenses. I wonder why it's 7. In World of Warcraft, 7 is like a really important number. I mean, it's like a divine number and shit. Not just in WoW, but like in WoW, there's like 6 cosmic forces with like a 7th unknown one, but I'm pretty sure we know what it is. It's like free will, creation, Azeroth, whatever.
I can smell the contents of your flask from where I stand. Your mask.
Who was he talking to? Yasuo? Yeah.
Can smell the contents of your flask from where I stand.
Poor
Your mask.
poor drunk fellow.
Which of the fallen do you serve, swordsman?
Is that voice line not insinuating that Yunara sees a similarity between Azakana and Darkin? I mean, I get that they had disguised themselves as Conmay. Dude, what have I been trying to tell you guys since like the 3rd day that I fucking started learning about League lore? Demons and Darkin are related, man. There's no way that they accidentally make all these comparisons, and even if it's a character perspective. They do this a lot, man. The Darkin pretended to be Azakana, they pretended to be Conmay. So, from her perspective, she believes that because Yone is connected with this Azakana, that he must serve, because she doesn't know them as Darkin. Right? It's just, what it's showing me is that whether they had disguised themselves or not, Darkin can be mistaken for Azakana. I'm just trying to say that I don't think that's an accident. Like, they don't just... There's a visual similarity that should be noted between demons and Darkin, whether people want to accept it or not. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, I've been noticing it since, like, I first started looking at lore of this game. Like, it's actually insane. So that line is just very interesting to me. Like,
You've kept our techniques alive. Commendable.
Our techniques, huh? So the shadow technique, right? That's what Zed uses.
I'm sorry the spirit has left you, monk. Further trials await you, Xinjiao, but you have not been found worthy. When the last spirit blossom falls and our communion ends, is it a second death for our visiting ancestors?
when the last spirit blossom falls and our communion ends. So when the festival is over, I would assume, is it a second death? So like being, I mean, I think of like Ether Fiend being forgotten type shit for our visiting ancestors. Does it count as them dying again because they go away? Interesting thought.
Vastaya, the people of this world owe your ancestors a great debt.
Yeah, because Vastaya, Sheree, and stuff like that are some of the oldest shit, right? And I think I was reading that, I think I was reading in this book, which could be wrong yet again, but the Vastaya Sheree or something like that, they were mortals who giga tapped into the power of the spirit realm and became like very animalistic.
The First Lands fought off the Darkin. So how did we nearly fall to your empire? Return to the nightmare whence you came.
That's a good question.
I am your undoing.
Atakan from the nightmare.
Return to the nightmare whence you came. I am your undoing empire. Return to the nightmare whence you came.
Atakan,
I am your
spirit realm.
undoing. Loathsome, broken thing. You never could recognize when you were outmatched, Rost. Those who stand alone are
So there you go. I mean, there you go. As if the comic didn't make it clear enough, but Yunara clearly faced Rost and Varys, the other one depicted in the visual thing that we watched with the other two Darkin.
Could recognize when you were outmatched, Rost. Those who stand alone are easily crushed. I promised I would stop you if you lost your way. Eyes turned.
Man, it goes through these so fucking fast, man. Those who stand alone are easily crushed, Akali.
I promised I would stop you if you lost your way.
Interesting. Because she kills him. Lostric is fighting her in the game, right? Eyes turn to the heavens, oblivious to the perils of this realm. To the heavens, to the spirit realm.
Eyes turned to the heavens.
Interesting.
Oblivious to the perils of this realm. A blemish upon your lineage. May something of worth rise in its place. Rejoice! I got them! Your twilight has ended! Suffer an endless night! So hungry.
That's a joke?
Manners. Who is it that will protect you from my ire? So ornery. Have you eaten? What an honor it is to make your acquaintance.
She's a food enjoyer, huh?
Child of the First Lands. What providence that we have been reunited after... Kennen, how long have I been away? You...
Long time.
Again? I will deal with you later, Bo.
Varys,
There are more pressing matters to attend to. Come, Xinjiao. We must cleanse this land of our enemies once more. Zaitalo. Once more, I must wield the sacred Aeon Erna for the First Lands.
What the fuck does that mean? Sacred Aeon Erna? What is that? I have no idea what that means. That's her weapon's name? Does Aeon... Does that mean anything in this context? Has to be the name of her weapons? Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah, that makes sense.
From the past to the future, 2 worlds, a second chance. May the Kanmei walk with me. There are countless people in this world. Surely some of them are worth knowing. Hello. It is ill luck to leave for battle without making plans for the future. We shall gather for tea, yes?
I like that.
A moment. Goilaka Kanmei Haifan. You have been blessed. I once vowed to preserve balance, to prune the tree, to strike from the shadows, and deliver judgment. I know not if I am still fit to prune the tree. If too much is cut, a tree weakens. Nonetheless, my vow is unshakable. Between all the days that have passed, and all those yet to come...
And that's the... I assume she's like I mean, it's probably a metaphor to a degree, but I assume she's talking about the tree that we see her next to in her cutscene or whatever.
It is fortuitous we fight together this day. Myth is to culture as conflict is to life. They reveal what people have deemed most important. It's arrogant to believe the Kinku or anyone really understands what they disrupt in pursuit of balance. The War of the False Kanmei, a name bestowed by those who know nothing of which they speak.
I love how they do perspective through the characters. The very name, the War of the False Conme. Huh. She's basically saying it shouldn't be called that. Love that. That's the way I take that anyway. Either it shouldn't be called that, or they just don't know anything about it because it was so long ago. Lines that inspire thinking are awesome. I agree. I agree.
Time. A silent, unavoidable destruction, reducing even the most formidable warriors to nothingness.
That which devours all things. Yeah.
Ruinous determination. We meet in kind.
It's a metaphor in the Kinku philosophy of balance. Preserve the balance like pruning the tree. I mean, I got that from what she said. Prune to match it. Prune it too much and it weakens. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, anyway.
Had we met under more auspicious circumstances, perhaps we would fight as one, or not at all. Friend or foe, hinder me not. How curious. I do not understand your modern ways. Raren gang. Hope that helps. You should have considered your actions. I wonder, what did they fight for? Another branch pruned, brought here by your own missteps. I pray you had no regrets. None will lament your absence. Ugh, I am famished. A battle rages within me. Knowing when to leave combat is equally as important as striking down your foe. The freedom to come and go as I please, never will I take it for granted. There will be time enough for conflicts later. I yearn for a reprieve. Oh, and some tea. Perseverance, patience, providence. Our conviction seals our fates. As long as conflict persists, I am compelled to act. I mustn't take a single breath for granted. This is a reward for my sacrifice.
I think what's really interesting about this dialogue so far is that it doesn't really seem to express like darken really at all. Like it seems like it's all Yunara. So I'm still a little bit curious about the nature of her relationship with this Darkin and how that works, because the Darkin put into their weapons, obviously, like Rost and Varys and Aatrox and the Fury, etc. They all kind of aggressively like bind to their host. But this obviously is not like that at all. Are we sure it's a Darkin? I mean, do we have a reason to suspect that it isn't a Darkin? What I'm really thinking, the root of what I'm really like thinking about, chat, is like the nature of the relationship between Darkin, like forming a pact, versus control, or like a demon, like forming a pact versus control or death or whatever, or the nature of being empowered by a celestial or becoming a god warrior, or any type of like empowerment, and the nature of the source of the power and whomever wields that power, and how they can be different and why. That's just what I'm thinking about, is like, if this thing is a Darkin, which it seems to be because they were fighting against other Darkin and it referred to itself as though it was one of them, thus pretty heavily implying that it's a Darkin. I don't see why we'd think it wouldn't be. You know, how is it able to do that? And like, it also just makes me wonder about the nature of Darkin before and after they were actually bound inside weapons, for those that were, and how their imprisonment could have maybe even made something like worse. You know? Like maybe sealing them in weapons like made things even worse. I mean, Aatrox is pretty upset about what happened to him. So
My death knell will not ring this day. My fervor unbound. Unwavering judgment. It is time. Nilva Entira.
She's ENR. Eonian? She's ENR, bro. It is time.
Shades of punishment. Conmetayon. Penumbra. Set upon them. Receive your fate. Prune the tree. Sever weakness. Saranom. Emutajayon.
Oh, shit.
Age of retribution. Making haste.
She got juice there.
Lohasahang. Quickening. Celerity. With vigor. I will not be impeded. Relentless fortitude. Wusai Zawen. The Kinku are paralyzed by indecision once more. Shehuan Kanme Hayal. Shehuan Kanme Hayal. A fate that I have not earned is one I cannot accept. Much has changed, and I do not understand why. Not truly. At least this is a comparatively peaceful time. No answers can satisfy my curiosity. What would have, could have been.
Oh, man. That just makes me think about Arcane. Fuck.
Recognize so little. Sorrow, hatred, longing, hope, all shaping my actions.
Sorrow, hatred, longing, hope.
The temptation of power, a curse that if left unchecked, overpowers us all.
Banger line.
It seems my time in exile was my only reprieve from endless turmoil.
And the irony of that, huh?
When the eye is blinded and the heart falters, the fist must strike all the harder.
That's kind of sick.
Time is best measured between meals.
Based.
Balance is a calm fury, the roiling skies before a storm.
I like that, dude. I think a common conception of balance is like everything is just peaceful all the time. If everything's in balance, nothing bad will happen. Like, no. No. Balance requires that chaos, the violence and stuff too. If none of that exists, it's not balance. It's just the other thing.
Each step since leaving the temple has been like moving through life as a stranger. To feel the sun's warmth, the sweet smell of freedom.
And obviously there's no sun in the spirit realm. I would assume that the moon is in there, the sun being a lot more physical, the moon being more spiritual. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's sun in there. But she could just be remarking about that regardless. Yeah, I would definitely take sun as the more physical. But
something sinister stirs. All must be raised in equal measure if we are to achieve anything worthwhile.
Yo, true.
With every moment that passes, I am further from the place I once called home. Shadows twist and turn, revealing glimpses of what is long since gone. At twilight, the moon plays tricks on my eyes.
At twilight, the moon plays tricks on my eyes. Usually the moon ends up being associated with things like illusion and stuff in fantasy, but twilight, huh?
Aim be true. Vow sworn. Reprobate. Bear witness. Unfettered resolve. Cleanse all discord. No absolution. The eye sees. The fist crushes. Weakness shall be pruned. Clear mind. Decisive strike. Unyielding. Kuyen will hang Raleigh. The eye's judgment. Your penance. On my oath. Have I failed?
Rip.
This can't be the end. So much left to see.
I like her voice. Okay. Funny laugh at the end. I like her voice. Her voice turned out pretty good, I think.